If you have insomnia, it might feel like you have forgotten how to sleep, like you've lost something that you've always taken for granted, or that maybe you know too much, almost like you've opened up Pandora's box in a sense. And now you're afraid that you can't get back to how you slept before your insomnia started. But in today's video, we're going to discuss how we can't really forget how to sleep. That's like saying that you're worried that you've forgotten how to be hungry. If this sounds like you, I would stick around because we're going to be discussing exactly that in today's video. If you're new to the channel, my name is John. I had insomnia for over 7 years, and now I am an insomnia coach, and I help driven men looking to overcome their insomnia for good. It's really common for people with insomnia to have that concern that they've forgotten how to sleep. But if you think about it long enough, we eventually ask ourselves, well, what did I do? How did I fall asleep before? What did I do to make sleep happen beforehand? Chances are, before your insomnia started, you probably didn't do anything all that special. Maybe you had a simple bedtime routine where you brushed your teeth, put on your PJs, and put the lights out. Pretty standard stuff. You certainly didn't try to figure out how sleep was going to happen that night. You probably didn't try to spend all day planning for that. So if you didn't have to do anything back then, why do we feel like we have to do anything now? The reason is because we've developed a fear of not being able to sleep. How this came about, we will talk about in another video. In fact, I have talked about it in other videos, but chances are if you've watching this, this fear of losing sleep really resonates with you. And while there are many things that can negatively impact our sleep, this fear of not being able to sleep is usually what drives this uncomfortable process that we call insomnia. Now, fear has a purpose. It drives us to take action against tangible danger. But losing sleep is not really a tangible physical danger where we have to be alert to address it. There's nothing to really address, but almost everyone who develops insomnia, myself included, took action against it in the form of supplements, medication, sleep hygiene, all the stuff that you hear about all the time and isn't really effective against insomnia. But to bring it back to today's topic, that's what we really have different this time around. That's why it feels like we have to do something every night to make sleep happen, whereas we didn't have that before, because this time we have this fear that's motivating us to take action against it. That's why it can feel like we've lost something, like we've lost some special ability, when really we haven't really lost anything. Our sleep drive is still there and it's working great. Now I'm sure you might feel a little skeptical to hear that. If my sleep drive is working just fine, then why haven't I felt sleepy in such a long time? Because the fear does an excellent job at masking it. This would be really similar to an unpleasant feeling masking your hunger. Let's say that you've gone a full day without eating and you're starving and you finally get to a restaurant and they serve you some really awful fish pie that smells like it expired a few days ago. Chances are, even if you haven't eaten in a while, that disgust that you feel is going to actively block out your hunger and you're not going to eat much of it, if at all. The same thing happens when we are in bed at night and we have this fear. We're not falling asleep because we feel like we're in physical danger that we have to address. If you're an ambitious man with insomnia, I've got the only insomnia program that you will ever need. The Path to Peace program. Whether you're trying to excel in your career, athletics, or dating and you find that insomnia keeps getting in your way, I've got your back. We've got a curated video curriculum, a dedicated Slack channel, group coaching sessions twice a week. And if you're an ambitious woman and you're interested, don't worry, this program works great for everyone. Click on the link below and we'll get you started on the path to peace. Welcome back. Now I know it certainly feels like we have to take action against this nighttime wakefulness. Being awake when we're supposed to be asleep is of course not ideal, but this isn't the sort of danger we solve by taking action against it. It's a different kind of danger. It's a fear that we have to address. And if you want to know how to start doing that in a practical way, I've linked one of my videos. It should pop up in one of the corners here. I can't tell right now. But in summary, having the fear that you've lost the ability to sleep is very common for people with insomnia. It's very understandable, but fortunately, that's just one of the many insomnia fears that fade out more and more as we learn how to overcome insomnia for good. I hope this was helpful for you. As always, if it was, please do the usual like, comment, subscribe stuff. Here at Insomnia to Peace, I provide coaching services for driven people looking to overcome their insomnia for good.